This is Rasta Gal, aka Angelic Empress. Welcome you to my channel. Just want to say wagwan to my loyal and new subscribers. Thank you for jumping on the train, being a part of the Rasta Gal Vibe Tribe. Come and enjoy the ride, collective. To all that are just passing through, tapping in, what are you waiting for? Jump on this train, these high vibes, and become a part of the family. We would love to have you. If you'd like to know anything about me, check my bio to get more information. Also, if you would like to support any of my services, that is down below in the description box. If you would like a personal reading, that information is also available to you down below. All right, collective, I hope you enjoyed your week. My gosh, it is freaking TGIF. I haven't said that in years. But I hope that you are just chilling, relaxing. If you're working, hopefully your shift will be over soon and you can again chillax. So tap in if you are available to. Get your snacks and drinks. I'm an Intune tarot reader. I have received a lot of dreams, but we'll just tap into this recent one I had last night and a music download I want to share with my collective. Usually I would use tarot cards to clarify my messages and dreams and downloads, and sometimes I will let you know when it's the collective's energy. We're about to go ahead and get started into my message. I saw myself at work, and I'm getting into my dreams. I saw myself at work, and I don't know, it was like I was surrounded just around a busy atmosphere. And then it switched to, I don't know, I had like a check-off list. I don't know if I was the doctor or a nurse. And the check-off list was given to me. I felt like the position was given to me, or just a job was given to me first. And then, so this is kind of like a work-related type of dream I had. And a female came through, but she was looking at me as if she was Cardi B. So she was in a Cardi B meat suit. And she came around the corner and just leaned against the wall. And she was like, I'm so tired. You know how Cardi B talk? She was like, I'm so tired. I'm feeling a little sick. And she was like, pulled out some type of baby x-ray to show me that she was pregnant. Because I was looking at her like, why is she tired? But the energy I was getting from her, it was like she was jealous too that I got a position, or I was either maybe checking on her as her physician. It was weird, but the energy I felt again, it was like she wouldn't have been able to take on a position I was given first, or just take on anything I was given, because she pretty much got knocked up. So I don't know if Cardi B was really in my dreams watching me. Hey, I hope I'm not putting your business out there. But yeah, she showed herself as Cardi B, whatever this energy was, of the person, could have been of a third party energy in my dreams. I don't know if this third party energy wanted me to feel jealous or be jealous of her being prego. So again, someone's prego on a job, in a job environment, and she was happily broadcasting it to me to show me she was excited, and just blunt with it. But yeah, that could mean something to somebody. Someone's broadcasting their pregnancy, them being knocked up. If someone else, say for instance, if it's a two coworkers, for instance, and one didn't want the business out, you know, trust me, the other person is happily and boastfully and bluntly spreading the word, gossiping out there. They got the gift of gab. They're pretty much are spreading the news that they got pregnant by the person that didn't want them spreading the news or the business, to get out there. There's the opposite person is spreading it, okay? They're gossiping, is getting out there. So if you didn't want it, nobody knowing, trust me, the whole job environment's gonna know. And they got proof because they showed me a baby x-ray of their baby bump. Mm-hmm. The girl in my dream didn't look pregnant, but she showed me a picture. Okay, so again, someone is expecting that, probably wanted to expect this pregnancy. They probably wanted to set someone up, or just slow someone down. If the opposite person broke it off, they got someone pretty much knocked up. It's called wrap it up, my collective. Wrap it up. And it wouldn't be getting out. This definitely wasn't my energy. I would not be exposing the news if others were, or busting nobody's walls. If we wrap it up, pretty much. Be safe out here. So that was my dream, and I'm just like, what the heck? I didn't feel jealous at all. I was just like, okay, congratulations to myself. I just looked at them and was like, okay, they got that. That's not me. That also could signify new beginnings, for me or to my collective. You're feeling this burst of new energy. When you're seeing or hearing that word pregnancy, it could also mean, again, you're birthing something fresh, something new. It's your baby. It's like a gift. It's an energy you're bringing into the world that is brand new, that is fresh. Maybe you're feeling brand new and fresh, collective. Maybe you're not knocked up. You know what I mean? You're not prego, literally, and you're just feeling like a child again in a good way. You're feeling like youthful. You're feeling renewed and refreshed, or you want to. That's another way to look at my dream. But yeah, literally, someone's pregnant. Newsflash. And again, it's on a workforce. It's in a working environment. Sneaky links, pretty much. Also, I'm trying to think of my, if there was anything else in my dream. I just really remember that. And like I said, this person that's having the gift of gab, spreading the news around town, the community, around the working environment. You know how Cardi B can be a little or a lot ratchet, hood, ghetto. The person could go after females or males that are of that caliber or character confirmation, along with the physical features of the big butts, just the physical appearance. Very superficial, synthetic, fake, not authentic, not authentic. Wow, not authentic. And yeah, surface level connections. You see how I was stuttering over that specific word. So yeah, they both are fake and faux and hoeing. They're not real. So real recognize real, and this opposite person you possibly connected with didn't recognize you're real. So they got with someone that's just like them. Phony, fake, a faux, a hoe. So I don't know, collective. That's what I saw. I literally saw in my dream, and I don't know, someone, how you could tell someone's pregnant in a work field, in a working environment of the opposite party that didn't want their news spread around, didn't want nobody to know they knocked up somebody on the job. That person is going to get sick. They're going to have morning sickness, evening sickness. They're just going to feel sick and possibly not show up as much, or they just go to work and they're going to feel sick and not want to work at all, or they can't. Also, fellas, how you know you got somebody pregnant? You're going to be feeling their sickness as well. Newsflash, you're going to be feeling their morning sickness, evening sickness, pregnancy symptoms. That's going to feel like possibly like a curse to you. If you wasn't wanting, anyone to get prego or anyone to be knocked up you didn't like or didn't want. Okay? You're going to be also sharing the burden of that chick or hoe or whatever you call and the one you knocked up pregnant. The gift that goes around. And that's called morning sickness. Anyway, the song that I heard is called Ivy. Someone's name could be Ivy. Someone could have those initials in their names as I, V, and Y. Someone could have 3 letters in their name, because I mentioned Ivy. Someone's poison to someone else or to each other. Someone can have a C in her name or a B in her name in regards to Cardi B. Okay. But it was from Frank Ocean. Someone's name could start for F or O. I've gotten so many dream downloads as in like music wise, but what really stood out before I woke up was that song from Frank Ocean. Maybe someone wants to be near the ocean. Maybe y'all are taking a trip near the ocean soon. Someone lives near the ocean now that's listening to me. Or again, that's something that you're wanting to do, or you just love the ocean. I'm gonna go over the lyrics because it was really just meant for me to share this song. This is possibly how someone feels. I'm telling you, this is how someone feels about you, collective, possibly me. We're all kind of connected. If you're not going through this and you don't relate, it's okay. You don't have to claim this energy in this message. This is general. But it's meant for those that can relate. And this is not a gender specific message. Okay? No gender. Someone's going through collective breakup regret. Why I say that? Wait till you hear the lyrics of this Ivy song from Frank Ocean. So I looked up the meaning and it literally said, this term refers to feelings of remorse. Before I even looked up, what does it mean? Is there even a word? Is there a symptom of the opposite sex or the same sex? Again, just the energy that switches when you pretty much leave someone to seek better, to do better, because you know your worth. You leave out of negative and toxic relationships and situationships or just connections, marriage, that is not serving your highest good. What is that type of energy that switches, that makes people finally sit down and reflect, finally sit down and think, finally sit down and hopefully take accountability of why the connection pretty much crumbled in the first place. Okay? When I looked up the word, but it came to me intuitively already, something said regret. And I was like, let me just look into it even more. And it literally says break up regret. But I heard it intuitively ahead of time. So again, it refers to the feeling of remorse or regret that can occur after a breakup. It often leads to a desire to get back with the former partner. It's a desire. And I literally heard this song before Ivy from Frank Ocean. I was hearing this other music download throughout the week by Raheem Devon, and it's called Desire. Desire her. How I desire you. Desire. Oh. That's my song right there. Desire. Someone desires you, collective. Possibly me. Because you pretty much woke up and said, fuck this. I desire my damn self. I desire me. I am looking at what I desire. And it's definitely not this fucking connection or just relationship, person, place, or thing. And you bounced, collective. Okay, you see this picture here of this woman with the halo? You seen something ahead of time, okay, that made you really, really reflect, that made you step back, pull back your energy, possibly disconnected from a situation, disconnected from a person, place, or thing, lover, business, or friend, family. You disconnected yourself because you felt it or you seen something. You felt something was off with a person, place, or thing. And you stepped back, you pulled back your energy, you possibly called back your energy. Now someone is desiring you. Now someone is wondering how you been or what you up to, what you're doing. Especially if it was a relationship or a situationship. A connection that didn't have no title. You found your worth. You know your worth. How? By pulling yourself out of that situation or relationship that didn't know your worth, didn't value you, didn't desire you deeply as you desire yourself now. You didn't respond negatively, hopefully. You didn't respond in a ratchet way. You didn't respond in a disrespectful way. You gracefully bowed out. You bowed, gave them a round of applause, and you gracefully stepped. You gracefully bounced. Now people, places, and things, especially a significant person, they're not as significant anymore, but a certain person is desiring you, collective. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking about. The first person that came to your mind is desiring you. That came to your thoughts is desiring you. Now they want to come back, or they want you to come back. The reasons why people break up. Let's tap into it. Because the opposite person was hesitant to commit fully. If you was looking for a commitment, if you was giving that person an ultimatum, if you was giving that person from the beginning, you're telling them what you're looking for and what you want, and they wasn't meeting that requirement. They was saying one thing but showing you another. Maybe their actions wasn't matching up with what they were saying. They were playing mind games, trickery. They wanted to be a magician in your life, a freaking warlock, a witch. You realized that, and you bowed out gracefully, like the angels you are. So you, again, told them raw, bluntly, honestly, what you was looking for and what you want, and they didn't commit to that. They could not amount to that. And you bounce. Another reason, the opposite person was seeking other resources, was seeking other low-hanging fruit of vibrations and validations, activities outside of you, as in people, places, and things. They were seeking third parties, and they didn't think you would know. I guess they didn't think you were bright enough. They thought you was naive. They thought you was dumb. They thought you was stupido. My gosh, collective. They thought that they were players. Confirmation. But they didn't know that you also know how to play the game, I guess. They didn't know that you was very intunitive. They didn't know that your spirit guides and ancestors would show you things. I guess they didn't know how tapped in you was, collective. Again, you possibly had a dream, or you got premonition, or you saw a vision. You saw them ahead of time, what they were going to do to you before it even happened. Maybe you brought that to their attention and they denied it. It probably freaked and scared them out. How can you know, and how you predict what I didn't do yet? That is, see, my gosh, that is the sign, collective. Yet. It's always when you're saying something to somebody and you think it's for certain and for sure, but they throw in that but. Don't you hate that when someone throw in the but, or the yet, or the maybe? So someone possibly was seeking other connections outside of your relationship, situationship, okay? And this may trigger some people, okay? This message is not meant to, but collective, I have to give it to you like it is, you know. No sugarcoating in my message and on this channel, okay? The things that I express and talk to you, we all have gone through it, especially me. That's why I can express it and tell you. I can share this with you. So if this message is a little sensitive to you, just click off and come back again. We would love to have you listen to other messages down below, okay? And then you can come back to this another time. Oh yes, you may not be a movie star. You may not drive a big fast car, but I love you in every way. I love you in every way. I don't know why. Oh, why? I don't know why. I know why. Someone got tricked out their spot. Someone missed out on an angel. Someone got punani whipped or cocky whipped. Someone was seeking third parties. Okay? They were looking for rebounds. Maybe lying, manipulating, called cheating. Outside of your connection, collective. That is the reasons why people break up. Because their intentions was dirty and not clean. They were very mischievous with their loins. What did Chris Brown say? Because everybody ain't loyal. Not as loyal as you, collective. No, they ain't. They're realizing that the grass ain't greener on the other side. Oh, yeah. Especially when it's coming from other hoes. Or bros. Teething ass energy that they want to swap their, their clam down there. It could be dry. It don't have to. Don't know, and I don't want to know, collective, but yeah, people wasn't keeping it sacred, the pearls to themselves, collective. Instead, they wanted to give it towards dogs and swines and snakes and rats out there in the alleyways and out there along the streets. You thinking you got an angel beside you, and yet they're a freaking demon and devil you're sleeping with. You're fucking on. Okay. When people can't control themselves and those urges, they have a spirit, an entity on them. It can go for female or male that wants to constantly, always, not always, because if they're into you and they're fucking on you, okay. But if they're going outside of the connections to also fuck, yes, they have something wrong with them, collective. They can't control themselves and their urge and have it only for you, their pearls only for you, especially if it's a exclusive connection. Instead, they want to cast it amongst swines, their wand for you. No, they want to swing it all around the community streets, all over the world. That is so dirty. Filthy. So those were the toxic interference that could have occurred for you to break up. Now they're in regret. I wouldn't have no sympathy, no pity for someone like that. Not at all. Especially, collective, if you was the one that was faithful. And that could pertain to the male or the female. Another reason why people break up. That is another reason why. Being a liar. Again, they're not being a saint. They're being a demon. And you're realizing who you connected with. Someone's always going to either bring somebody up or pull somebody down. If you're an angel and the other person's a demon, vice versa. It has to be equally yoked. It has to be some kind of balance. Maybe the connection wasn't equally yoked or balanced. And that can mean as in like, it can be broken down into so many terms. Could be based on religion matters, status, financial matters. Okay. Definitely the sexuality matters. Maybe someone wasn't compatible. Maybe someone lacked in certain areas. It's a lot of reasons why people break up. The disrespect. They're being, bigamous. Someone else was being too feminist. It's just a lot of things to look into that breaks up a connection. Especially if you have disagreements that you just can't relate or work out. Someone is desiring you, collective. They're in regret if you have went through some type of breakup. Okay? Either you're in regret or the opposite person's in regret. I kept feeling this energy last night, but I've been feeling this, just a sad energy from last week. We'll get into that with other downloads and dreams I'll share with you later on. But as in this one right here, someone is desiring my collective. Another thing, they possibly, whoever's desiring you, collective, whoever comes to mind, that you possibly are trying to get off your mind. You maybe have got off your mind and you moved on with yourself and your life, possibly. Or you're doing that slowly. It is killing them slowly, collective. Maybe really fast. Okay? Energetically, you have cut ties. Hopefully, you're working on that. Or you have cut it off. And you've bounced again and bowed out gracefully. They are desiring to connect with you again, want to be with you again, because they like to play that cat and mouse type of energy with you. Maybe you have played that cat and mouse game with that person, place, or thing, and you're tired of it. And you cut that off. They got trapped. They got caught up. Possibly from being booby-trapped from a third party. The third party doesn't exactly always have to be sexual or lustful. Most cases it is, but it could have involved family, friends. That was of business. But if it was of a lover connection, yes, that could have been of a so-called homie lover friend, they say. Or homie or friend, but they was actually their lover. It could have been someone on a job, their hubby or wifey, spouse or partner, and they got somebody else at home that they're committed to. Yes, stuff like that happens. My right ear just rang. I'm speaking truth. My right ear just rang. I am on it. So the person that's desiring you, collective, wants a cycle to not end. They want a cycle to continuously begin. Start over again. Okay, a relationship cycle is about the same patterns that leads to leaving and returning, leaving and returning, leaving and returning. Like I said, a cat and mouse type of energy, a cat and mouse type of pull, a cat and mouse type of game. And possibly, collective, at this time, this may not pertain to everybody. This may not be how everybody feels. But you're done with it. You have chopped someone's tail. You have chopped. You have cut the energetic cords and ties, or you literally just have chopped. You have moved yourself away. Hopefully that didn't really involve no type of violence. Hopefully not. For it to disconnect. Okay. But by all means, protect yourself if you have to. But that's what a relationship cycle means. It means leaving and returning, leaving and returning. That is exhausting. As I was repeating it, you're like out of breath type of feeling. And that's the energy that it gives. It's exhausting. Possibly this person wants you to come back. They want to come back. So leaving and returning, like an evolving door. Who does that? Is that the connections that you want to continuously have? I don't think so. This person here on the screen look like they're very freaking intunitive. Man or woman, they know things. They see things. Maybe people don't see. This person looked like they could see and smell and feel bullshit from a mile away, from around a corner, from up the street. This person right here looked like they could see right through and detect the bullshit. And that's possibly how you are, collective. This may not pertain to everybody. Or you have felled for bullshit plenty of times. Once someone cross you, it's a done deal. They don't get no back door pass, no front door pass, no window pass. Don't even come knocking at my window or door. Pass. It is done. You will have your camera sign on the window or on the door saying you got cameras watching. You will have a sign of a door on the door or window with saying beware of dogs. Literally. You are aware of the dogs. You are aware of the snakes and fakes and foes and hoes and scumbags and scrubs. Witches and warlocks. You are aware. And you're saying beware because you got a spiritual dog on the loose. Coming for that ass. They better be aware. You got your goons. Beware of dogs, collective. You're not falling for no bullshit. That's what dogs leave. Bullshit. They can go back out there to the streets and serve and give bullshit to others, but not you. You're not falling for it. This is the look this person's giving. This is the look that this person is fed up of feeling, receiving, and seeing. And sometimes when we're seen and shown things ahead of time, again, it's to protect us. And you probably were saying to yourself, not that shit again, but you're not falling for that shit again. That's why you're shown that shit. Because you can see it, smell it, feel it, and you bow out gracefully. This person that is desiring you, or the energy I was feeling, they want an on-again type of connection. That's going to be off again. This is a relationship that, again, goes through cycles and breakups, and then reconciliations. You're not about that energy or life, hopefully. You have wised up. Hopefully, you have sobered up. Hopefully, you learned from those lessons. Once someone fuck you over the first time, they got no chance coming back, collective. Because you remember how it felt when they did feed you bullshit. When they fucked you over. Man, that just builds stronger character. It builds so much wisdom. It builds so much common sense for you to have for yourself. It builds so much character and alarm signs and warning signs within your soul and spirit to see next time. what not to fall for. And that's the bullshit. These dogs and these alley cats want to serve, wants to come at you with. These rats, these rodents want to come at you with. That's the energy they carry. My gosh, collective. These are reasons why people fold, people bow out, people gracefully walk off. You don't want to return that type of nasty energy to those people, places, and things. You just remove yourself. Oh, they don't like it when you remove yourself gracefully and quietly. They don't like it when you don't return that energy. On a physical sense, spiritually you may, but on a physical sense, you say, okay, I see what you are, I see what you're about, I see what you did, and you're not wanting to take any accountability. Okay, I will take accountability for myself and responsibility, and walk out. You will roll out. And that's possibly what you did, and that is the energy that you gave the opposite person. And they didn't like it. Now they're in regret. Now they're in remorse. Because you done wised up. You're stronger than ever. You stand in your ground. You finally have a backbone. You are speaking your mind. You're telling it like it is. And what it is. And what it wasn't. And they don't like that. Having tantrums. Pity parties. Maybe they want you to have a tantrum, to argue, to have a pity party back at them, or just to yourself. And I don't know, collective, I don't know about you, but there's such a peace that passes all understanding when you don't argue with stupid, dumbass people. You let them argue with themselves. Sometimes, it's a little hard to hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battles. Sometimes. Most of the time. But when you do and you humble yourself, my gosh, and you let the universe, aka God, whoever you serve for your highest good, just take the will. Take over. You have such a peace over your life, over your mind, over your sanity, over your emotions, over your energy. And you just focus on you. And it makes you, when you go through shit like that, it makes you love yourself even harder. Even deeper and even the more. It makes you value yourself. It makes you see your worth. It makes you, again, pull your energy back from those that don't deserve your time, your energy. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve your worth. They don't deserve your blessings. They don't deserve your protection. Whatever you come with, collective. They don't deserve seeing your face, hearing your voice. They possibly look at you as a cold motherfucker, collective. Icy person. But you wouldn't be that way with whoever you feel in this way towards if they didn't disrespect you, if they didn't disappoint you, if they just didn't do what they did. And now they're looking at you icy. Icy. Like that song off of Drake. Someone's name could start for D. Icy. You're not feeling no type of way, possibly. Or you are still at that point of healing your heart. Okay, you're recovering from a broken heart. And eventually you'll start feeling no type of way as you continue moving forward, putting one foot in front of the other and moving on with yourself and your life. You're not even wanting to look back because it makes you feel sick of you saying or feeling, man, what was I thinking? This was a waste of time. Why did I settle? Why did I even give this freaking clown, Joker, maverick person a chance? Why? There's always a reason why. There's always a reason why. Never say to yourself, although you probably did because you was mad, this was a waste of time. Sometimes things happen, or sometimes people come into our lives to help us evolve, to help us heal, to help us improve, to help us tap more into ourselves, to better ourselves. Wherever we were weak. And where you weak, you're strong, collective. But you're definitely sure as hell, hopefully not going back, because it will make you sick. Maybe you have felt some type of energy that just made you feel off, made you feel sick. Listen to those little inklings. Listen to those senses. Listen to those feelings and urges and just things that happens to you. I'm gonna tell you a few things that occurred with me with connections I was in. At one point, I was in a connection with someone, and before they came and saw me, I don't know if I expressed this, I threw up. I started to feel shaky and just anxious and nervous every time this certain person came through. Now, I didn't do that every time, but at times I would just feel very anxious and nervous, or I literally threw up. Or my stomach would just feel off. I felt sick. My gosh, collective, that was from one person. That sure as hell wasn't a good person, and the energy they had and just what they came with. Another scenario, I was in a connection recently and I had headaches out of the blue. Headaches out of nowhere. Collective. Again, you're feeling anxious and nervous. Maybe sometimes you're feeling frustrated and angry. Listen to those energies and feelings that you get when you're around people, places, and things. Another scenario. Now, this wasn't with this person. This is like around an atmosphere or environment. I just really started to feel like tired and anxious, and I started to feel like some type of cramping energy out of this world going into a working environment. Or the person that you're working around, it could be maybe a boss or a manager, supervisor, maybe just a coworker. If you're feeling some type of off energy, like they make your head just feel foggy and just scrambled after they talk to you or they're with you. They're gaslighting you, love bombing you, whatever the connection is, definitely gaslighting you, okay, trying to trip you up, trying to misstrued your way of thinking or the process, fucking with your productivity. Those are not good energies to work around, no matter what title or status they have. They don't come with good energy. If you have realized, collective, the energy you bring into a room, whether it's with a family, friend, boss, foe, hoe, wherever you are, And you bring in peace. You bring in just a peaceful, calm energy, collective. And I have people that tell me all the time, that's the energy I come with. That's the energy they feel around me. And then you got somebody coming in as like a Tasmanian fucking devil, because that's what the energy they carry. And people want to leave and scram, or just people get all angry or nervous or anxious. Two totally different type of energies, collective. Choose one to hang around with, to be around. When you can just pick up on people's energy, or you're able to read the room, that comes with skill and experience. You're able to read the room and realize whose energies is who, where it's coming from, especially if you're in a working environment, or it's within someone else's home, or you're just out in public places and you're feeling some type of way. Listen to those instincts and guts, feelings. Listen to just what spirit is telling you, just how you feel energetically and physically, how you feel and what energy people come with. Sometimes it's not always good. Sometimes they don't have good energy and intention. It's dirty. Don't dush that away. Sweep it under the rug. Don't throw it under the bus. Really listen to those, the way you feel. Listen to the way you feel, collective. Then the next thing you may do is smell, or you may smell the energy, or you may see the energy. Okay, let spirit guide you on those energies, and don't deny it. Don't neglect it. My gosh, when you're able to feel energies like that on a spiritual level, trust me, collective, hound in, tune in, okay? Because I've said this previously, my gosh, on my other videos. I don't know how many, but the way you feel can save your life. When the universe, the spirit is telling you, your ancestors is showing you, warning, warning, alarm, alarm, whether it's in your dreams, whether you're seeing it in a physical sense, okay, that will protect you. That is why you're feeling all the six senses going off. This person that is so-called desiring you may not have good intentions. If you have broke up with somebody, you don't want to continuously repeating the cycles again. You broke up for a reason, collective. Maybe you broke up to protect yourself because that person wasn't treating you well. Maybe it could have got physically, Maybe someone wanted to or was going through a DV situation or an SA situation. Again, if this is triggering you, click off. And you broke up. Definitely follow your gut instincts and your discernment and intuition around people, because they may not have the best motives or your best intentions at heart. Everybody doesn't have the same heart like we do. And you've bounced. When you realize that, you smelled the smoke and the alarms went off and you got the fuck out of there. That is the energy people bring or can bring when you stay in a repetitive cycle that is off again, on again. that is leaving and returning, that is wanting to play cat and mouse with you. What happens when a cat literally traps and finally gets a hold of their prey? It's not a good ending, collective. And I'm saying, when you go back, you turn back, you look back, not just reflecting, but you're reminiscing, and these energies that came at me, possibly you, that want you to reminisce, that want you to have nostalgia, because they're going through that. You're feeling their energy. This is possibly not your energy you're feeling, collective. It's theirs. And they're projecting, wanting you to feel the same way they feel, which is miserable, and which is in remorse and regret. Misery loves company. Remember that. And who has time to be feeling fucking miserable? Not I. Hopefully not you, collective. You better mash up, ball up that energy like a piece of paper and shoot. Shoot that shit, that dog, cat shit in the trash. That energy is for the streets. My gosh. So the song, I wanted to get back to you with the download song I heard from Frank Ocean. My gosh. Collective, before I get into the song, again, I don't know, I just felt like I have to emphasize this. If you have left, you broke up with someone that was abusive, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and you stood your ground, don't go back. And don't feel bad. Don't have no sympathy. What did Kendra Lamar and Steeza, if I said her name right, I always screw it up. What did they say? If I was you, I wouldn't have no sympathy. If it was up to you, you wouldn't give nobody no sympathy. Continue focus on making your life peaceful, first and foremost, with love, with kindness and compassion, and sympathy and empathy for your damn self. Not for those narc energies, whatever you want to call them, whatever they are. Okay? Do not go back. I can't tell you what not to feel. You're going to probably go through the emotions of their energy as well as yours, especially if the breakup was fresh. So you do have the right to feel however you feel. But I'm telling you, my gosh, when you get over the feelings and the emotions and you put that into yourself with healing, that aspect, my gosh, you'll become such an overcomer. You'll become just so stronger because it didn't kill you. It didn't break you. If you got out of an SA or a DV situation, relationship, it didn't kill you. My gosh, you are a survivor. You are the strongest mother freaking person that you can be, especially when you're leaving from a narcissism, family, relationship, community, whatever it is. My gosh, you are a superhero. You are your own superhero. And continue to do that, collective, for yourself. I'm telling you, people take our kindness for weakness, the caring, nice ones, quiet ones. They take that for weakness until you show them what it is. and what it's not. And they want to project. They want you to feel like the victim. And you are the villain. Or because you became a villain. They want to be the victim. After they made you the victim from being a villain. You see the reverse psychology here? My gosh. So sometimes we have to become not just, you know what I mean? We can't be My Little Ponies out here all the time. Rainbows and stars. We have to show. Sometimes we need to put on our armor spiritually, but as well as have armor physically to protect ourselves. From people here out here in these streets. And in a spiritual sense. My gosh. And with your ancestors and spirit guides, they're swallowing up too. They're going to swallow up your enemies, but you're swaddled up. They are swaddled up. To protect you by any means necessary. They don't know the energy and forces that is fighting beside you, with you, in front of you, above you, underneath you, all around you. That is for your highest good, and they will do anything and everything by all means necessary to protect your ass. They don't know who you serve. They don't know who is watching over you in the spiritual realms. It is deep. They don't know who is fighting your battles in the dark times that you have to go through to heal, that you just had to go through, just period, in your life before you came across the bullshitters, gaslighters, love bombers, the witch and warlocks. The dog and cat, mouse, or cat dogs out there. They don't know who they came across. My gosh. But when you broke up with their ass, or they broke up with you, however it may have went, the coins have flipped. And you hopefully will come out stronger, or you are stronger now. They will know. Because you're not falling back, running back, chasing their dusty ass, bitch ass, coward ass, whatever you want to call them. You're not going back. It is done, is what you're saying to yourself. Maybe someone liked that show, maybe still watch cartoons. But sometimes, even on that show, there was ponies that had certain type of personalities. Okay, different ones had different characters they play in personalities. Sometimes that other side of us has to come out, not to show revenge, not to avenge, not to hurt anybody purposely. It is intentionally done because it needs to come out to protect ourselves. They need to see the other side. Okay? There's a dark and light, so duality. We balance that energy within us. Sometimes people bring it out of us, but it's only to protect ourselves. So you have the right sometimes for the other side to come out, because people need to see it. That you're not no shoulder just to cry on. That you're not no pillow to just slobber and drool and throw up on and dutty on. Sleep with and sleep on and leave to the side, thrown in the trash. You are not no low-hanging fruit. You're not a hussy, you're not a hoe. Or a hobo. No. You're not no punching bag. You're not no dust bag from these douchebags that want to just use you and abuse you. No, collective. I guess they didn't think you had it in you, collective. Maybe you didn't think you had it in yourself. And my throat started to crack a little bit. They didn't want me to say that. But you are, and I'm saying it to myself to encourage myself, we are stronger than ever. And we are, again, overcomers in many situations that we have gone through in our life and got out of. And if you're going through anything, collective, you will get out of it. Things will get better again. Okay? Continue to stay hopeful and prayerful and faithful. Things will get better. Okay? And where you were maybe a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, a day ago, a night ago, is nowhere near where you are right now. Hopefully better. And you just keep speaking it to yourself that you will get where you need to go. Things will get better. Okay? Think about it. Vision it. How you want to see yourself become better. See yourself feeling better. Looking better. Okay? And just walk in that energy and work in that energy. Okay? Continue taking action in that energy. Slowly but surely you'll get there. Or you'll get out of situations that no longer requires your attention and your time and energy anymore. You done served your purpose. They done serve their purpose. Now move on with your life, collective. All right, let's get into this Ivy song, okay? I'm going to just read it. I'm not going to sing it. All right. He says, I thought that I was dreaming when you said you love me. That start of nothing. I had no chance to prepare. I couldn't see you coming. The start of nothing. Ooh, I could hate you now. It's quite all right to hate me now. When we both know that deep down the feelings are still deep down is good. If I could see through the walls, I could see your faking. If you could see my thoughts, you would see our faces. Safe in my rental, like a armor truck. Back then, we didn't give a fuck. Back then, I ain't a kid no more. We'll never be kids. All those kids again. We drove to Sid's. Had this X6 back then. Back then, no matter what I did, my waves wouldn't dip. Back then, everything sucked. Back then, we were friends. And then that repeated chorus from the beginning. I thought that I was dreaming when you said you loved me. The start of nothing. I had no chance to prepare. I couldn't see you coming. The start of nothing. Ooh, I could hate you now. It's quite all right to hate me now. When we both know that deep down the feelings still deep down is good. In the halls of your hotel, your arm around my shoulders, so I could tell how much I meant to you. I meant it, and you meant it sincerely. Back then, we had time to kill. Back then, you ain't a kid no more. I ain't a kid no more. We'll never be kids again. It's not the same. Ivory's legal. Don't you remember? I broke your heart last week. You'll probably feel better by the weekend. Still remember, I had you going crazy, screaming my name. The feelings deep down is good. I thought I was dreaming when you said you loved me. The start of nothing. I had no chance to prepare. I couldn't see you coming. the start of nothing. Ooh, I can hate you now. It's quite all right to hate me now. When we both know that deep down the feelings still deep down is good. All the things I didn't mean to say, I didn't mean to do. There were things you didn't need to say. Did you mean to? Did you meant to? I've been dreaming of you. 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 And at the end of the song, he got really wild. Frank Ocean. He went kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He went kind of crazy. So I don't know if he was on Drew's, but he's very talented. I like his music. It's out there, and he gives like I don't know, it's just a vibe, like a psychedelic type of vibe. When I listen to his music, I feel like I'm just in a city, a busy city, colorful city, sometimes a laid back, cool city. Okay. Any city you could think of that gives you that energy and feeling. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that was the song. Pretty deep, right? I was going to interpret it, the song. I was going to break it down. I don't feel like it. I'm about to eat, collective. It's crazy how everything ties in. I'm literally making spaghetti, and the sauce the sauce I'm using is called Prego. Whoa. When I saw that, I started laughing. And it literally says gardening. It says planting seeds, gardening. It says chunky Prego. So someone is trying to plant seeds, collective. Maybe someone's trying to get you Prego, or someone, for my mouths, they're trying to, they want to get Prego by you. So if you're ready to plant those seeds, by all means, good luck with that. But if you're not ready to plant those seeds with anybody, any place or thing, be careful. Because someone is wanting to get Prego, or someone possibly have already gotten Prego, and they're going to be chunky in a couple of months. Is all I got to say. Whoa, collective. Well, that was my message. Continue to, on another note, metaphorically, plant your seeds so you can continuously see or eventually reap a harvest. And it takes time, as we plant our seeds and whatever we want to plant our seeds in or about. So, collective, just continue staying creative and in many ways, but also garden your seeds as you're sowing them for your highest good. Like, water your seeds as you plant them in good, clean soil, collective. No dirty soil, no rusty soil. Plant them in some good soil. Okay, and it's raining right now where I'm at. It's crazy. Yeah, continue to water and just protect your soil. What I mean by that is just watering your garden, minding your business, staying in your lane, focusing on yourself, and just doing things silently for your highest good until you're ready for you to reap the harvest and for it to splurge, and it just grows abundantly. Just continue working on yourself, collective. I'm referring to you as that plant. All right, thank you so much for tapping and listening in. Hope this message gave you some insight. It awakened your consciousness and awareness. It also rang the alarm to protect yourself by any means necessary, and water your garden and yourself. And yeah, just pull up, uproot that's not, and weeds that's not belonging in your garden. Okay, the weeds and the uproots are the unnecessary people, places, and things, collective. To keep the snakes and the fakes and foes and hoes out of your garden, off your yard. The fuck girls and fuck boys, people for the streets, family, places, and things, friends, co-workers, bosses, all the exes, whatever they are and who they are, keep them out of your energy and out of your garden, collective. You know, I forgot to mention, in regards to this Taurus new moon, you could be feeling lighter energy. I know I was definitely feeling that today, because of the weather, and it's warm and it's just getting nicer outside, fresh air. So definitely get outside. A song came to me. It's a reggae song from Shisa, and the guy that sings with her is named Taurus Riley, which is crazy. So happy birthday to all my early and middle and later Taurus out there. This is Taurus season. Let's represent. But yes, collective, again, this is the Taurus new moon, so you could be feeling lighter energies. I'll have that song down below with all the others. I also seen a symbol of a butterfly. It was blue, and Tauruses usually represents the throat chakra. Blue butterflies, blue moths, just the color blue could be of significance. So definitely lighter energies for sure. I saw number synchronicities of 2s, 9s, 0s, 3s, as well as 144. That's for my chosen one. Continue, collective, to stay grounded, and planted and strong minded, because Tauruses, we persevere and endure a lot. And just continue again taking care of yourself. All right. Thank you so much again. Stay tuned for more messages. Until next time, this is Rasta Gal, aka Angelic Empress. See you when I see you. Peace.